Hey there, folks. Here we are at the long-awaited interview with Aubrey Vineyards. Corrine with the Aubrey Vineyards, Overland Park's first winery. We are tickled to be here to talk about not only your wine, but your long-awaited building permit you just received, right? So they're going to get started on a tasting room. Corrine, tell us about your wine. I've had the opportunity to have probably 8 of your wines over the past 5 years. And let me tell you first where it's available. Down in downtown Overland Park at the Vinyl Record Store is the tasting room inside the Vinyl Record Store, and that's on Santa Fe?
Yes.
Yep, 79th and Santa Fe?
Yes.
Right. So in the interim of anticipating the opening of the actual vineyard itself with the tasting room and the event space, you can go enjoy their wine at the tasting room, and plus it's available at several local
liquor stores?
Yep, liquor stores, stores, grocery stores, and all of that kind of stuff. So tell us a little bit about what's happening here, Corrine.
Sure. So, first of all, thank you for coming and meeting with us today. That's great for us. So just about our wine itself, I'll start there. We have about 20 different wines available at any given time in our retail location up in downtown Overland Park. We grow about 10 different grapes here, but with those, we do some different things, whether it's a rosé or a blush, and so between all those combinations, we can produce about 20 different wine varieties. We have all kinds of wines, sweets and dries and reds and whites, so we have wines to please any palate out there. If you're a beginning wine drinker and you're starting off on the sweeter side, or you've been a wine aficionado for years and you like those California wines, we would welcome you to come and try our Midwest wines. That's part of our really our brand. We're trying to kind of reintroduce Midwest wines to those here in Kansas City, and we're very proud of our local roots and what we are doing here in Overland Park, and we really want people to just give us a try, and I think we'll be surprised about how good the wine actually tastes here.
Oh my, 20 different wines to try at any given time. I've only had 8. I've got 12 more to go. I'll tell you, my favorite is the Chambourcin. Am I pronouncing that properly?
Yes.
Chambourcin, it's a dry red grown on property?
Yes. So our Chambourcin is what we would call a homegrown grape here. So that is probably our favorite grape to work with. We do a lot with our Chambourcin, and so the Chambourcin you're talking about, our dry Chambourcin, we don't oak that. When it really exemplifies what we like to do here with our wines. We really like the grapes to kind of speak for themselves, and so we leave out some of those oak notes, and we don't heavy tannin, and we really want you to taste what these grapes taste like. And so our Chambourcin, for example, starts out very nicely fruit forward, and then ends with this little bit of a kind of a cracked pepper spice. So it's kind of like a French Beaujolais. It's really where we come in there.
Is it too early to have? Never too early for wine. But here's what's so great. Apple, they have some apple, and of course the stereotypical apple wine, honey wine, this, that, and the other. But I'll tell you, especially in the heat of this summer, that apple, and I don't have the appropriate name, but please tell us. But those ones on the sweeter side, cold, I want to put it over ice, maybe. There's so many things one could do with it. It was so refreshing. Really enjoyed it. It was like, whoa, what a surprise. And in the palate, it was like pop.
Yeah.
Crazy. So give us some of the names of those.
Yeah, so it's actually simple. It's our apple wine. Again, going back to some kind of our brand image here, again, we're proud of the Midwest grapes. And so all of our wines, the label name of our wine is the grape itself. We want people to know what is growing here in your backyard. So the apple wine is called apple wine, and they're all Kansas apples, and it's not sugar or syrup. It's very light on the palate. We're doing it all in stainless steel, so it keeps it crisp. And the apple really doesn't even come in until the end of your palate taste. So it's pretty much of a surprise wine for most people to try.
I was so surprised. I thought this is perfect on a cold day, or if you want to take a couple bottles on a boat, pour it over ice, and off you go. But anyway, so anticipation of them opening, when, what do we see for some events? And,
so
tasting room here out in Overland Park.
Right, so you mentioned we have our building permit.
Yay!
We've worked long and hard to get that building permit, so we're really excited about that. So thank you. So what that's allowing us to do is kind of move forward with the construction here. We already had construction, what we call the Red Barn. And that will house our tasting room for our guests to come out and to enjoy our wine here on the premise. We'll have nice patios outside for people to hang out with us, and inside we'll have some really modern, I think people are going to be surprised about the modern way we're going to go inside.
Awesome.
So it's a red barn on the outside, but I think when you walk through those doors, you're going to be surprised with our plans. So neat places for people just to hang out with us. Here we can do things by the glass. So we want to create an environment for people just to come and enjoy our wine and just hang out, enjoy us, enjoy the vineyards. Come and see us.
Entertainment too. I mean, of course, not yet, folks. So don't be
don't
be
come
pulling
yet.
up yet. But anticipating entertainment and all of that.
Right.
good
So
stuff.
inside we could have acoustic guitar, just some soft background music. We all know if you go to an event, you're there with your friends. You want to talk to your friends, not
Sure.
yell at your friends over music in the background. So that's not our intent. We want background, soft, nice, enjoyable music. So with our building permit, we'd love to say later 2018 opening date here at the Vineyard, or possibly early 19. So
Okay,
we're well
so maybe
on our
late
way.
18.
Yeah, so probably just watch our website and all of our social media to find out our plans.
Will do. So check them out on social media. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. And Corrine, we look forward to, well, I'll be back again, but next year at this time, if not sooner, we're going to come back and show you what's going on out here. Put it on your calendar, folks.
Yeah.
Thanks. See you again soon.
Thank you. Today we are netting our Valvin Muscat grapes. And our Valvin Muscats is a lot like a Moscato, but when we start putting the nets on, that means we're edging closer to harvest time. And the nets keep the birds off. Those grapes are starting to elevate in levels of sugar, and so when the birds find that out, they would come in and clean us out overnight. So we put these nets on so that we can keep the birds off while we let those grapes continue to ripen. So one thing we're really working on hard with our brand image around the city is being local. Kansas City, the citizens of Kansas City really enjoy local products and really work hard to find out what is local, and they really support that movement. So we're really trying to let people know that this is a local wine product, and everything is done right here at our vineyard. And so what we've been doing is kind of working on collaborations with other local businesses around town. We've worked with Martin City Brewery, Papakino's Pizza of Overland Park, the Made in KC store, both in Leawood and downtown Kansas City, Missouri. We're trying to work on other collaborations. We just did a collaboration a couple weeks ago with Crane Brewing out of Raytown. We were actually pouring wine and beer in the same glass and creating custom cocktails. Who would do that? No one's ever done that in Kansas City. So we're having fun just thinking up fun and unique things to do with wine. We want people to rethink Midwestern wine. And we want them to think that not only does it taste good, but for us at Aubrey Vineyards, we have a lot of fun. And we like to do fun and creative things and just have fun with us and quit thinking about maybe the stereotype of Midwest wine, and really give us a try and come along with us and have some fun.